Let's do this SAO Abridged. For the people watching this on YouTube, I have watched the previous parts of SAO Abridged. I have uploaded the previous parts of SAO Abridged. The Japanese copyright companies have DMCA'd the previous parts of SAO Abridged, and YouTube have not let me dispute the DMCAs because they don't care. So if you want to check them out, they're on Patreon. I don't think I'm going to be able to upload them until I can get like the copyright ID system on YouTube, which I can't get because YouTube won't give it to me yet. So we'll see how that goes. So please enjoy if you're watching this. If not, check it out on Patreon. All right, let's do this. SAO Abridged.
The following is a fan-based parody. Sword Art Online is owned by A1 Pictures, Aniplex USA, and Reki Kawahara. Please support the official release. Access the full value of your streaming services through location changing with ExpressVPN. Find out how you can get 3 months free by using our link in the description below.
You know, ExpressVPN is the one that I use and actually have it in the description if you want to get a free month. Seriously, like what the hell?
Get you here. Welcome to Arun, home of the World Tree.
Wait, is this blurry? I'm not supposed to be blurry. I'm supposed to like not be blurry.
And Alfheim's largest freestanding pinwheel.
Wow, it's beautiful. Really makes you appreciate the scale of just how incredibly boned I am.
Aw, buck up there, champ. We've had a long day of diplomacy and
You know what? I'm going to take out the subtitles because they're like half wrong.
light treason. Why don't you just take a step back and enjoy the moment for a sec?
I guess it is a pretty spectacular view.
Hey, you know who else would really enjoy this view?
Yui, please. We're trying. We're just resting our feet for a—
That is correct! Mommy! I find your lackadaisical attitudes most distressing, considering the wedding is in 2 days, and we are, shockingly, still without the manpower to stop it!
Cool your jets, short stack. We may not have an army, but Arun's the biggest city in the world. And it's got a pretty kickin' nightlife. I say we split up and gather ourselves a posse of the strongest, most bribable guys we can find. We can still get a raid going.
Attention, you little rascals! The game will be shutting down from 4 a.m. to 3 p.m. for some scheduled maintenance. Once we're back, the following changes will be applied to our recent Say No to Drugs update.
First thing in the morning.
I suppose we have no alternative. I shall direct you to the nearest inn. But mark my words, you insufferable gadabout. If we should suffer any further delays due to your tomfoolery, there shall be a reckoning!
I know this really isn't the time, but I just noticed when you get mad, you kind of sound like a teeny tiny prospector.
That's probably for the best. We're all exhausted. We want to be at our freshest if we're gonna take this thing on. Plus, kinda seems like we might want to give it a sec to air itself out.
My pinwheel! Oh, I'm ruined! Get back, you metheads! Get!
Yeah, that's a good call.
I'm gonna be real, that little opening theme that plays for 10 seconds, that's a separate copyright claim to the anime company claiming the rest of the video. And that copyright claim with the music company is a 50-50. Half the time they just release the claim and half the time they file a DMCA. It's not even worth uploading to YouTube at this point. So like that part's gonna get cut out and the rest gonna get claimed by the copyright company anyway from Japan. Because F Japan at this point, I've lost all respect for their companies. At this point, I want them to fail because they're just so corrupt. The Japanese copyright laws differs from the rest of the world, but they are applying the Japanese copyright law to the rest of the world and making false copyright claims, which do not actually apply to the rest of the world. But the problem is that for some reason, YouTube lets them do it, and they don't let creators dispute them. So YouTube is getting involved in the copyright process, which is technically illegal. But they're doing it anyway because YouTube. And the government's not going to do anything about it because they're in bed with the government too. So it's like... So yeah, Patreon. Guys, any series, fucking anything. Twitch or Patreon. VOD's on Twitch. It's also on Patreon. Fuck YouTube.
Morning, Sugu.
Morning, Cumstead.
Hey there, Shakespeare. Save your A material. Got the whole day ahead of you.
I'm too sleepy for this. Leave me alone.
That's the plan. Just gonna finish washing up and then I'm off to the hospital.
Hospital?
Nothing can move forward unless one of you takes the first step.
They're literally brother and sister. Stop. Is your video available in Japan? That might cause the issue. Already answered that question. I can't geo-lock the video because YouTube won't let me do so until I get copyright ID system. And I applied for it and YouTube said that it won't give me the copyright ID system because the amount of DMCAs that I've filed in the last 6 months isn't enough. So I basically need people to re-upload my videos so I can DMCA them so I can apply for the copyright ID system again. Please, just download my videos and re-upload them so I can copyright claim them. Thank you.
Damn it.
She might be right.
I am definitely right.
What?
Have you filed any DMCAs? No, because I don't file fake DMCAs.
What?
The hospital, you say? You know, I just had an idea.
Whoa, you want to sit down? I hear the first time can be a little intense.
Why don't I grace you with my presence this afternoon? Finally get a good look at this sister-in-law I've heard oh so much about.
And why would you want to do that?
What? Can't a sister be there for her brother in his time of need?
Wait, you're my sister? Oh, shit. This whole time I thought you were some feral possum mom brought home. This changes everything.
Listen, I'm just trying to be nice here, but fine. If you want to be a little asshole about it, you go right ahead. Son of a bitch!
Seriously. What the fuck, a rock? Really?
You had that comment. That is like the worst feeling in the go F yourself.
Yeah, you like that? I'm wide awake now, you damn it!
Because you can't say the CUNT word on YouTube. That gets the whole video demonetized. I think YouTube takes it personally.
Well, well. So this is where Sugo's been keeping everybody? Cheese and crackers. Do you really need a torture terminal for every brain? That's so inefficient. Just cram them all into one. You'd have room for like a nice koi pond, maybe a garden, really feng shui the place. Golly, I'd be so much better at crime.
Alright. The glitch was coming from this terminal, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Hey man, I've been thinking. You ever wonder why we're slug people?
How do you mean?
I mean, literally everyone else in this game is a beautiful, majestic fairy, but we're a couple of sacks of pus and tentacles.
Gee, I don't know, man. Trisha's the modeler. You ever think it's because you keep stealing her yogurt?
Well, she doesn't label them. How am I supposed to know?
Did you bring yogurt, Shoji?
I hardly see how that's relevant.
Taking this bit a little far, don't you think?
It's not a bit. I really do want to meet your wife.
At least stop pausing before you say it.
Fine, you're right. So like, how'd you two crazy kids meet?
In the death game.
Well, duh, I'm just trying to fucking... Ugh, damn it. I mean, like, how did you fall in love?
You know how it goes. Boy meets girl, boy accuses girl of war crimes, boy gets real high, girl yells at boy, boy and girl solve murder, boy and girl watches murderer is beaten to death, boy stabs ghost.
Nice try.
I mean, sounds pretty reasonable. In the Balkans. Occasionally gotta stab a ghost or two.
That's just the plot of the lake house.
I've never watched it.
Hey, that looks familiar. That's my ticket out of here. Can I make it?
I explicitly told you I didn't want any part of your Trisha beef, man! And now look at me!
Well, excuse me for expecting my bro to have my back.
She has special dietary needs, dude! It's medicated!
That's the best part. It really brings out the raspberry.
Yeah, I got time.
So these guys were just like randomly stealing food from co-workers in the fridge. I mean, if someone keeps stealing you know what I found actually messed up? And this kind of ties into the fact that we were just playing Ace Attorney. There was a person whose food was getting stolen in the fridge at work. So they basically got ghost peppers and they put it in the food. And they figured, if my food keeps getting stolen, I'm going to lace it with ghost peppers. And then I'm just going to wait for the person that's literally stuck in the bathroom for the next 6 hours. Good plan, right? Apparently that's illegal. Because you're knowingly lacing your food with something and expecting someone to eat it and have a negative response. And it's like, hang on. So this person is stealing my food, but apparently I'm knowingly lacing the food and entrapping them? But they're stealing my food. It's like, yeah, but you wouldn't know who the person who's stealing your food is unless you laced it. And it's like, what? It's like that time a person broke into a family home and he was stupid enough to get himself locked into the garage. So basically, like, the garage, you can enter it from the house. But if the door closes behind you, you can't open the door to the house without a key. So he basically entered the house, locked himself in the garage, but couldn't get out of the garage because genius, right? And so he had to eat dog food and drink water for like 2 days or something. And then he sued the family for psychological damage. The fact that he broke into the house and put himself in that situation doesn't matter. The fact is that because the basement, the garage, cannot be exited from within the garage without a key, means the family was liable for psychological damages to the burglar. Don't ask me the logic. I'm just drunk.
Please, for the love of gosh, just let me open this menu!
Did he not think to yell for help? Ah, he didn't yell for help because he didn't want to be caught. I hope he was arrested for breaking and entering. No, he sued the family for psychological damage and hardship after he entered into their home illegally. And the court gave him the lawsuit and the family had to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. Was he not charged for breaking into the house? I don't know. The cops were probably not doing their job, as always.
Yes! Okay, let's see. Logout button. Logout button. Oh, now that's interesting.
It just feels like you're always looking for reasons to antagonize her, you know?
Well, can you blame me? She just rolls in here every day, up on her high horse.
Wouldn't he have to admit to being guilty in order to explain why he was in the situation in the first place? Separate court case. The cops would have to press charges for the entering illegally, and the case of the psychological damage of being trapped in the garage is separate. Two wrongs don't make a right, apparently.
Dude, it's called a wheelchair!
And apparently he pled that he entered the garage without the intent to rob them.
Okay, enough messing around. How the heck do I get out of here? Ah, here we go. Perfect.
Hello, tech support. What do you want?
Hi! Sorry to bother you. I think I hit the wrong button. I'm just trying to figure out how to log out all these hosted test subjects. Ignore me!
Right. Well...
Accurate. I'm at work. I look after engineers, and the profile pics on Jira are basically Goku, the old guy from Futurama, and like a bunch of other characters. And the hardest part of my job is pretending not to know what any of these characters are, because I'm pretending to be a normie at work. Because my stakeholders are the business people, not the engineers and the IT people. So I have to basically pretend I know absolutely nothing about any of these display pictures. When secretly I want to change my display picture to Monokuma.
Why don't you just give me a moment to escalate this to my manager, and we'll see what we can do for you here. One moment, please.
What? No, you can't let them out! Why would you even? Oh, you're so fired!
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm gonna need to transfer your call. Please hold.
All right, we're here. I just want you to know, before we go in, security can be here within 15 seconds.
Wait, so did the family have more dog food outside the garage since he was gone for 2 days? No, they took the dog with them. The garage just had dog food stored, because garage, right? And they also had bottled water, because they occasionally go camping or something. So the guy had access to dog food and water, but he claimed psychological damages because he couldn't leave.
What the hell do you think I'm gonna do?
I have no idea!
Like, the person's life wasn't in danger. It's just that he claimed psychological damages due to entrapment. But the only reason he was entrapped in the fucking garage in the first place was because he broke into the house. But apparently that doesn't matter. Because apparently, if a person breaks into your house, they should be able to leave without anything stopping them, defeating the whole purpose of locking your house. Don't ask me the logic. I said it at the beginning. I thought it was preposterous to begin with.
And that's what scares me.
Ugh. Will you just get in there?
Fine, fine. Hey, honey. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd like to introduce you to my sister, Suguha.
Who also wants to bang me. Not creepy at all, Japan. Not creepy at fucking all.
No, don't get up.
Hi, Asuna! It's so nice to meet you. I hear you're doing my brother!
For God's sake, she's in a coma, not deaf. Not that it didn't matter. In all possible scenarios, you are being an asshole.
Look, I am trying to... Ugh. Okay, fine. Let me try this again. Hi, Asuna. I've heard a lot about you.
Spineless little parasites! When I get out of here, I'm gonna write my 20 memoirs in your mother's blood!
Kyle, what do we do? I can already feel my grip slipping. All right, everything's gonna be fine. I have a plan, okay? Lay it on me. I'm gonna go. I hate this plan. No, it's fine. I'm just gonna go get the boss. He'll know how to deal with all of this. No, Kyle, no! Don't you dare! Don't you leave me with her! You got this!
Hey, Shoji.
Oh, come on. She's a cute little gremlin. No, she's gonna write stuff in blood. That's so cute. That's nothing like sulfuric acid injected into people's veins directly. Anyway, let's continue.
She seems so gentle, like an angel.
Yeah, Lucifer, maybe.
Oh, Lucifer, son of the morning.
I'm gonna go put some water on these. So, like, what do you get out of this? Are you hoping she'll be all grateful you didn't leave her while she was under? Because right now, she does not seem like a lot of fun at party. Sorry. God, I'm the worst.
Why is the vase in between your boobs? Japan, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, looks like those new eyes are coming in nice. What color you think you'll get next time?
My therapist says that the only power you have over me is what I give you. Do your worst. None of this is real.
Well, you got me there, bud. Let me just say, it is so great to see a friend making such brave strides in their mental health journey. But, Tell me, can the same be said for Biscuit?
How the fudge do you know about my dog?
Okay, now she's absolutely terrifying.
Oh, don't you worry about that. After all, the way I see it, you got yourself a choice to make.
Oh, she's going for the thing that he loves. I absolutely approve of this, but how the F do you know about these medical records?
You see, you can either let me go, or I break out and I eat that biscuit.
Okay, that's a dog. That's a no-no. If you do that, I'm gonna eat you alive while you're still conscious by injecting adrenaline into you. Don't you dare threaten a dog. Never threaten a dog. Ever. I like dogs more than humans. Threaten the humans all you want. I don't care. But never threaten the dog.
Oh, no!
Clock's ticking, Choji. Nom nom.
Yeah, whatever you want! I'm putting you down! See? See?
Sorry, man. The boss is way too busy moving up the... Whoa! Are you letting her go? She'll kill us all!
Huh? Oh no! I was just...
Nom nom.
molesting her.
What? Dude, what the heck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I couldn't help myself. Just had to give her a taste of that sweet perp, you know?
Ugh, that's disgusting! You know I'm gonna have to report this! You're gonna be on a list!
Yeah, that's fair. I'm such a dirty boy.
I thought I knew you. Consider yourself uninvited to my son's christening.
Oh my god!
Seems to really care about her.
That is fucked. You see, this is one of those things where I don't actually know what the strict definition of molestation is, but I am afraid to look it up because I don't know what's worse, my imagination of it being incredibly bad or the reality of what it is. I feel physically ill.
Morning, princess. How's it going?
I don't know!
Oh no, not again.
So there's this guy, and I thought he was the problem. But now he might actually be nice. Which means maybe I'm the problem. I don't want to be the problem!
Okay, hey, listen here. I don't have time for this.
The fuck?
Yeah. See, we're still basically strangers here, and I gotta tell ya, I am all kinds of uncomfortable right now. Could you maybe just, bottle this mess up until my wife is freed and I'm at a safe distance?
Yeah, this is not totally gonna result in the girl shooting up her school or anything.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You're the worst brother ever!
Yeah, no, that's rough.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy. That's totally rough. Like your girlfriend turning into the moon and shit. Fuck, that's rough, buddy. She mentioned sister, but didn't pick up that part.
Sorry.
Oh, shut up, Zach.
I won't pretend to know what you're going through, but you just take all the time you need. I guess.
To be, Kirito has a point about a stranger online just dumping IRL problems to an online guy. How do you think I got my knack for human psychology? I had to deal with this shit online all the time.
Sorry for that. But I'm good now. Totally fine. 100% cool. So let's get moving, okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. If you're sure. Wow, the update really cleaned this place up. Such a nice change of pace to see everyone getting along. So why am I so on edge?
I know what you mean. This place always gives me the creeps. Take a side, you fence-sitters! Y'all are sick! You're living in sin!
Ah, back in character, I see. I missed it ever so.
Character?
Oh no!
Huh?
Daddy! Sugo just updated his Facebook status. He has moved up the wedding to tonight.
What?
You can't be serious!
Facebook status? Does anyone even fucking use Facebook? It's all about Twitter now.
What kind of maniac still uses Facebook?
Exactly!
No, you listen, Francois. It's 5 tiers, and they go chocolate, vanilla, chocolate, foie gras. Stop crying, I'm not done.
I just did another scan. I am sensing Mommy's player ID directly above us. Go, go, go!
Duh, right!
You guys! I think you're forgetting about me! Invisible wall.
Darling, I just arrived at the venue and I have to tell you, it is, in a word, breathtaking. Oh, everything is going to be perfect for my big day. I mean, our big day.
Yeah, your big day. Have you dreamed about wearing that dress ever since you were a little girl? Did you imagine it in your mind? Did you pick it out? The color, the style, the vintage, the year, everything. Did you also imagine the bridesmaid and how they would be carrying the flowers? Such a magical day.
No, you know what? I stand by it. I've earned this.
Kirito?
What's that sound, my dear? Is something wrong? Should I come over?
No, that was me. I hit the table, but
Why doesn't he come over? You can eat his face like that episode of Hannibal Lecter.
accident. Repeatedly. I'm just so excited. I'm looking at these photos they brought over of my wedding dress. Red and black was such a bold choice.
Red and black? What are you, Shaltier?
Well done, honey.
Red and black? What is this? A whore's funeral?
That's not a horse funeral, it's a Anyway, that's not the point.
Oh, I need to go take care of this immediately. Talk to you soon, sweetie. Kisses, mwah, mwah, mwah.
Kirito? Kirito, is that you? What the heck are you doing? It's a wall!
Kirito? Buddy? What are we trying to do here?
I am trying to see if hitting it at just the right angle will glitch me through.
What is this, Elden Ring? You're supposed to basically get turned into a sheep or some shit, and you're not in control of your movements, and then when you break the sheep spell, you'll be on the other side of the wall. That's what they did in World of Warcraft Vanilla to get into Old Ironforge, which was basically locked behind a wall and was left in there by the developers, and apparently you get banned for going in there. Why? And then they just wanted to include it in one of the expansions.
If it's good enough for Mario Kart, it's good enough for me!
Mario Kart? I thought it was like Mario 64.
Kid, why aren't you stopping this?
Though improbable, his logic is sound.
But
Well, it's not impossible.
he's just gonna end up hurting himself.
That is a risk I'm willing to take.
Ah, Lord Farquaad.
Try 45 degrees left, Daddy!
Try 33 degrees.
Adjusting now. Huh? It's a message from Asuna!
She is okay!
But what's it written on?
Use the door, idiot. Love heart.
This is a system admin access code! If we can get to the right console, we can use this to log out Mommy!
Are you serious? That's amazing! We've got to get moving.
Wait, but what about the plan? We still need a ton of guys if we're gonna stand a chance of getting through that place.
There's no time! They could notice this is missing and change the code any second. We're just gonna have to rush through and hope for the best.
That'll never work!
Tsukarashbi for the win.
You're being an idiot!
Probably, but you know what they say? Fools rush in!
Hey, I feel personally called out by this statement.
It's a terrible movie!
Movie?
I don't mean to brag, but I'm deathly allergic to the latex.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Daddy, I do not wish to alarm you, but it appears that Leafa is no longer following us. Daddy?
Greetings, brave warrior. Welcome to the World Tree, gateway to the realm of the gods. Only those with a noble heart and a keen mind may enter. If thou believeth thyself worthy of passage, then breathe deep and proclaim thy glory!
Huh?
Well said, young adventurer! Now, go forth, and may the gods smile upon thee!
See, this is my problem with a lot of games. They're trying to make it more epic than it actually is. It's just like, just let me in. Just let me in.
Wait, is this it? Are you kidding me? Is the final dungeon of this gosh forsaken game seriously just a giant empty tomb? Ugh, suppose I should at least commend them for creating a speedrunner's wet dream. Let's do this! Oh my! I stand corrected. It's not empty. It's clearly filled with these very dangerous...
Roger.
Oh, come on, Sugo!
Star Wars Episode 1, love it.
Who didn't you steal from?
You know, the thing about the droids in Star Wars Episode 1 and Episode 2, that they were actually reprogrammed after every deployment because they were worried about the droids developing sentience. A lot of the droids developed sentience, and they actually found it a problem because they began questioning while they're following orders. So they started removing more and more of the droids' programming to the point that the droids were incapable of forming sentience. That's why they were so useless in combat. They willingly weakened the droids. That's why the droids are a joke in Star Wars. It wasn't that they couldn't create droids that were intelligent. The problem was they created droids that were so intelligent that they developed sentience and they began questioning their orders, which was what the Trade Federation didn't want them to do. I'ma just hit play now before people start making fun of me.
Golly gee! If only I had an army of offensive racial stereotypes with which to combat you! But I think that'd be just a little too appropriate for this game!
It's kind of seen in Clone Wars and Rebels. I've never actually watched it.
Alright! You've had your fun, but you droids really need to get out of my way! Asana! No! Not now! Not when I'm so close! Alright, which one of you wise guys threw it?
Devil May Cry 4.
Do you glorified trash mobs really think this'll be enough to stop me?
Sorry, you're not a Dragon Ball Z or Naruto protagonist that unlocks the next stage of power when you die. Fun fact, Japan has AI prostitutes now. Costs $250 to bang a seemingly sentient sex doll. I have so many questions. 1. Ew. 2. Why would you bang that instead of a human? And 3. Ew.
Well, this is just perfect. I don't get it. I would have been able to do this before. But hey, what else is new? Things were so much better back in... Am I seriously getting nostalgic for the flippin' death game?
Look, things weren't actually better in BC or vanilla. They had their own problems. You're just remembering the good times that you had with people and friends during the fucked up journey. It wasn't the game that was better, it was the experience as a result of more people playing it. Then Wrath of the Lich King came out, which was the peak of Warcraft. After the Lich King was defeated, everyone that got into the game because of Warcraft 3 basically quit. And quite frankly, they didn't give a crap about Kung Fu Panda, which was tiered towards the Chinese player base, which is why all the WoW players quit and they never came back. That was the true death of WoW. It was never about the game itself. It was always about the community that you played with. It wasn't the journey, it was the people that you went on the journey with. Move on.
The heck is wrong with me? What, can I not be happy unless the whole world rests on my emaciated shoulders? You think you're a big shot? You think you don't have asthma? Well, I got a reality check for you, nerdo. You're just a kid who's good at video games, and that was useful exactly once. There was only one place on Earth where you had the social leverage to make anyone like you, and it's gone.
Got any good MMO raid stories, Kuma? Yes, Miss Hachan? You brought food. Thank you. Gracias, señorita. Oh, steak and... What is that? And milk.
Fold it, and then fold it and eat it.
Fold it and eat it. A steak sandwich with steak, garlic, onion, lettuce, bread, and milk. Gracias, señorita. Do I have any solo raid stories? Well, I started raiding in BC because it's when I hit like top level. And then slowly my guild leaders found out that I was very good strategically. And then I started becoming more and more involved with the strategy to defeat bosses. And I played a hunter at the time. So a lot of the times I would actually outsmart the mechanics of the boss rather than take out the boss properly. The first time this happened was in this boss called Gruul, in a raid called Gruul's Lair. It might sound funny, but it was only 2 bosses, and you can get tier 4, which was the highest tier at the time. And basically the basis of the boss was, you have 25 players, they enter the lair, and when they make it to the second boss, the boss basically gets bigger every X amount of seconds. And it's a buff. And he basically increases his damage by X%, increases his health by X%, increases all his stats by X%. So the longer the boss fight goes, the more damage he will do, the more health he will have, and eventually the tank will get one-shotted. And so you're basically on a race against time. But because he has a huge amount of health, you basically, if you don't have the right gear and the right people, you won't kill him. And then I came up with this ingenious idea because I was just hard-headed. So whenever we would hit the point where the raid leader thinks we're going to wipe, he would basically call it and say, everyone die. And me being the teenager slug that I am, I would refuse. And so being a hunter, I would like run around, chase the boss, run around, chase the boss. And then I realized the boss is slow. And everyone was like, what's going on? I'm like, trust me, I got this. Get me 4 or 5 hunters. And it's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, at the point where the boss is hitting too hard for the tank, call it. Hunter number 1 will do misdirection. And there was also like, I think it was called focus shot. The ability would basically take the aggro from whatever the target the mob is hitting and pull it onto the hunter. The strategy being the hunter will take the aggro from the boss, fire misdirect shot onto another enemy, and the boss will attack the other enemy. And it's like, I don't get it. I'm like, call it. Hunter number 1 will take aggro. Hunter number 1 will be the corner of the lair because it was an enclosed space. You basically had nowhere to run. Hunter 1 will attack the boss with focus shot. The boss will run to the hunter. The hunter will not get one-shotted because the hunter will feign death, pretend to be dead. The boss will then go for the next mob which has the most aggro. which is the tank. When the first hunter takes the aggro, the tank will run to the other corner of the room, meaning the boss will have to run to this corner of the room. The hunter falls down pretending to die. The boss will have to run to the tank. At that point, Hunter 2 will fire focus shots. The boss will run to Hunter 2, which will pretend to be dead. The boss will run to the tank. Hunter 3 will fire the shot. Hunter 4, Hunter 5. The cooldown of this shot was 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. But the whole point was that we could buy time. We ended up killing the boss. And I got promoted to like raid coordinator or raid leader or whatever the fuck that was. And then I started doing that crap more and more. And then I got my taste for leadership. So yes, not a solo raid story, but that's how I got my taste for leading raids. Then I started leading PvP, which was player versus player. Then I got a taste for strategy. Then I started looking up strategy. Then I encountered things like Napoleon and all these other things. Then the Art of War came. And then, you know, the rest is history. And here we are. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
They're gone. Face it. What's the real world got to offer? Austin is slipping away. Tiff's got a family to look after. Who does that leave me with? Suga? Fat chance. Well, actually, I guess she did come to the hospital with me. She didn't even try to pull anything. That was weird, but nice. Reminds me of when we were little. We'll probably never have each other's backs like that again.
Wellity, wellity, wellity! Look who needs their princess to come and save them! Who's surprised?
Rifa!
No! You! You're surprised, you moron!
That's not what I... You know what? Honestly, I'm just glad you're here.
Yeah, no thanks to you! I told you you wouldn't survive 5 minutes without... Ah! Oh my god! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! 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 Right in my cake.
Why are you thinking about dessert at a time like this? Move your ass!
What do you think I've been trying to? All right. Back on your feet, soldier.
This is why boss rooms don't let you actually exit after you engage. And don't you have any consumable healing items? In most MMOs, healing items have a cooldown, so after you consume one, you have to wait for the cooldown, which is why people consume flasks, potions, and things just before engaging the boss, because that cooldown is usually 30 seconds, whereas the cooldown for the actual item is closer to 2 minutes.
What the heck were you thinking? Flying off by yourself? You think you're some badass mother fudger who can do everything on your...
Thank you for helping me out back there. There is perhaps a chance, small as it may be, that I may have jumped the gun.
You don't say!
Yeah, I'm sorry I left you behind. Trust me, I am not gonna make that same mistake twice.
Awesome. Good to hear. Now, I guess we should head back into town and...
All right, let's get back in there.
Miss Hutton, what have you brought? Tea? Tea?
It's hot.
But not as hot as you.
It's really hot. I just put it in.
I am a slove.
Don't touch hot things like that.
But I touch you all the time.
I'll take a few glasses and a plate.
You'll take a few glasses and a few plates? Okay. You may take these too. You may take this. Gracias, señorita. Isn't she a good egg?
Wait, what? Where are you going? I thought you learned your lesson!
Well, yeah, going in by myself was dumb, but it almost worked. If you and me try together, watching each other's backs, it'll be a snap.
You're still gonna die! Remember, teamwork is essential. It gives the enemy someone else to shoot at.
No, that's still not gonna work! one ever beats this thing because it always just spawns more guys. It's freaking busted.
It's called a gauntlet. The point isn't to kill them all, it's to progress to the end without anyone dying. You need multiple tanks with good aggro control, healers with plenty of mana regen, as well as enough DPS to keep the bloody mobs off the healers. My god, does no one understand basic strategy?
Well, then we'll just have to be quick. Now, come on. We don't have much.
Please, stop! Just shut your face. I'm telling you, the two of us aren't enough. You're just gonna keep getting hurt for no reason.
She's in trouble. She needs my help.
Have I seen the original? No! I watched season 1 of Sword Art Online. Why do I watch, like, season 2 fairies? Like, let's be real here, man. Like, season 1 was enough. I was like, okay, I watched Sword Art Online, and then I had a bad taste for Isekai because it was ridiculous. Yay, he beats everyone cause he is the very best, like no one ever was. To beat them is his test, to be the greatest is his cause. Like, I was like, this is the most ridiculous shit ever. Nothing ventured, nothing gains, he solos everyone 1v1. Oh look, he has a special ability to dual wield because he's special. No, he's fucking not. He's not the smartest nor anything. His stats are just higher, but why are his stats higher? I don't know. Apparently he just fucking grinded. Wow, congratulations. It's like the ultimate wish fulfillment. I am the greatest at an MMO. The new version Rebirth progressively is pretty good though. Yeah, but they lost my interest after season 1. I'm sorry, kids. But as a protagonist, he had absolutely no character development, and he got everything handed to him on a silver platter. Oh, I just so happened to play the, like, beta, so I know the whole game. But I was also the greatest player in the beta, so I knew everything that no one else knew. 'Cause, yeah. And it's like, okay, let's be real here. I played Star Wars Old Republic in the beta when a lot of other people did. But you're not going to be the greatest person ever because there's always going to be other people that are just as good. And say, even if you are, like, the best, there's going to be other people that are fairly close too. You're not going to be the only guy that plays 24 hours a day without sleep. There are multiple people in MMOs that do this. You're not going to have this margin between you and them being so huge. That's the wish fulfillment. That you're the only good player. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. But anyway. The progressive version actually did help a lot of character development and writing, but I see where you're coming from. Yeah, but the original kind of dropped it in the mud. Wasn't the greatest in beta though. He only claimed that so that he would take all the heat from the other beta players. Yet somehow in the OG game he was the greatest. Because all the other beta players took a nap.
I have every reason.
Gosh darn it, Kazuto! Why couldn't you ever fight for me this hard?
What did you just...
Took you long enough, Zach.
Sugu?
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Suguha? Is that you?
No hablo nihongo!
What?
Bail! Bail, bail, bail!
Suguha, wait!
Ha! Your sister has the hots for you. Welcome to Japan. The author himself said he wasn't as good at writing with the first series, so progressively is essentially his redemption arc. That's great, but you only get one first impression. Have fun with that.
Hey, you, in there?
Go away!
Cool, cool. So, this may come as a shock to you, but, I got a couple questions rattling around the old dome, if you'll indulge me. Like, what's going on here? Did you know it was me the entire time? And since when do you even play video games? I thought you said that was and I quote, stupid nerd shit. Did you go out and buy an atmosphere just to fuck with me?
Or maybe she's projecting the hate that she has on awful nerd shit because that's what she hates about herself. That fact is that she likes awful nerd shit.
You were at the hospital. You can't possibly still think she's not real. Was all of this some elaborate prank? Or are you just so cruel that you can never let me be happy? Do you really hate me that much?
How could I hate you? I don't even know you anymore. You just left me. You left me all alone. We used to be best friends. I wanted to be just like you. So, when Grandpa wanted to teach you kendo, it made me want to learn too.
Kendo? What does kendo have to do with...
Grandpa never wanted to train me. He was only ever interested in his grandson. So when you got bored and ditched me to go work on your dumb computers, I had to man up for you. He did everything he could to get me to quit, to prove I wasn't good enough. But I hung in there hoping you'd come back, so we could be like we were. I tried to make it seem fun so you'd realize what you were missing. But you just shut me out. All you cared about were those stupid games.
Hey, come on. That's not fair. It was Mom's idea to have me learn coding instead.
Oh, don't give me that bullshit! You didn't even try to fight her on it! These last couple of days, all I've seen you do is fight for what you care about! So what? Was it me? Was I just not worth the effort? We used to be so close. But maybe that was all in my head.
Oh. He can't even get a pass because he was trapped in a video game for a year. Because a lot of this happened beforehand. Do you mind if I spoil something that may come up in the Abridged? Does he save the fairy queen and they live happily ever after? And then there's like a romance triangle thing? And then like another triangle happens and then it's like triangles everywhere? Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Well, this just added a bunch of character depth and made it totally different from what I thought it was up until now. Oof.
So how dare you accuse me of hating you when you clearly never gave a shit about me!
I had no idea.
Yeah, because you never actually paid attention to begin with. Because you actually didn't care. Oh! Oof. Oof. Well, that's awkward.
Just leave me alone. You've had enough practice.
Oh, this is where the credits are rolling. Oh, that is perfect. Oh, drop the mic.
The following is a fan-based parody.
Yeah, and it's going to get copyright claimed anyway since it's using absolutely no sound from the original anime and in no way is the original anime. Hey, but YouTube is not going to let me dispute the copyright DMCA claim which I'm going to get from the original anime because they can't even fucking read English. Wow. Hey, enjoy this video while it's on YouTube, but the previous ones are on Patreon, so go check them out. I uploaded them, they got DMCA'd, YouTube wouldn't let me dispute them, and that's why I had to stop uploads on the reaction channel, because if you get a third strike, your channel gets terminated. So, thank YouTube. Wow. This Abridged actually has plot. I thought it was just shit posts and war crime jokes. No, it actually has legitimate plot. You know, beyond fairies. Those last 5 minutes were really good acting. No, it was actually really good. I forgot how that scene played out in the original. Does it even matter? This is actually good. Shit. Bravo to the writers, the actors and actresses. That was really good. That's because the entire time you know what I mean? It's like light, it's like funny, you don't pay too much attention, and then all of a sudden it goes super serious. It's like, wait, I wasn't expecting that. And then it doubles down. As like, whoa, I forgot you guys can actually write story. It's like, yeah, we do a lot more than one-liner jokes and movie references. We can actually write. It's like, whoa, I do not doubt it. Oh, that's actually... No, I really like this. I remember I was really enjoying this parody from the beginning. And then somewhere along the way, it was just jokes and just having fun. And it's like, ha 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 ha. But yeah, at this point, they're like, hang on a minute. We can actually write story. Do you care about a spoiler about the gauntlet and the world tree? They might use the details to overcome whatever the challenge is. I guess you can talk about it because a lot of people that are watching this abridged probably know anyway. And I don't know if it's going to be a central part of the plot to the story because they're sort of limited by what footage is available in the anime. I guess you can say it. Seriously, the VAs for the abridged really did that scene better than what happened in the original. I don't doubt it. The VAs are pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Especially on the emotional range. They've got the emotional spectrum down. Pretty damn good. Basically, the World Tree quest is literally designed to be impossible. The gate at the end is just a wall. There is no door there. You know that the Blizzard Entertainment did something very similar with the last raid in World of Warcraft Vanilla, where they created a boss and they had absolutely no idea of how the player is supposed to beat it. The boss is literally a... God, what are those bloody old gods from that book? The one with like Cthulhu and things like that. What is that series called? I'm having a mental blank. Lovecraftian. So the boss is a Lovecraftian boss, effectively based on one of those elder old gods, where if you look at it, you will go insane. So the first premise of the boss is you can't look at the boss. If you are facing the boss, your character will eventually go insane, and when the character goes insane, you will lose control of the character and the character will attack other people. So that was the first hurdle. The second hurdle is that the boss starts spawning tentacles around the room and things like that, and will start doing damage. So you're not allowed to look at the boss, but it's going to spawn things in the room. So you're looking away from the boss, and it's spawning things in the room. So you're going to heal people, but you can't look at the boss. But you somehow also got to damage the boss. So they effectively created this boss with absolutely no viable strategy to kill it. They just put this boss in the game with all these hurdles, which are just basically impossible. And they're just thinking, let's see what happens. And then some crazy Russians, of course, crazy Russians, some crazy Russians in Europe kill it. They just killed it. And the developers were just going, wait, what? They killed it? And then they uploaded a video of YouTube on how they did it. They were basically angled looking away from the boss. So they basically calculated the angle at which you start getting the insanity. So they basically maximized that angle so they could actually heal other units and do just enough damage to the boss without directly looking at the boss. Insanity. The sheer amount of attempts necessary to figure that out. Because this thing fears you, makes you run around. The tentacles hit you. It fires abilities, throws your... Crazy bloody Russians, man. With nothing better to do. On bloody Windows 98 systems. With dial-up internet, where everyone's crashing. With 40 people in one location at a time. Figured out how to do it. But yes, there is absolutely nothing at the end of this boss. It's just like, it's a wall. It's a joke, basically. There is no winning. If I remember, it was Suguya confronting Kirito IRL about how she wanted to abandon her love for her and fall in love with Kirito in the game, but the revelation just tore her apart again. But here in the Abridged, they changed that scene and made it honestly so much better. This scene seems organic. And it's human in that it makes sense. But I haven't seen the original, so I can't comment. But the story in this one seems real. It makes sense to the characters. And it actually has a backstory, which, again, makes sense. Which is very real, and you kind of feel bad for her. Oh yeah, she took up a martial art because she wanted to be close to her brother, who basically quit the martial art, and she kept doing something she didn't enjoy, which was torturous. Anyone that trains in martial arts under a Japanese teacher can tell you that. And she kept doing it on the hope that her brother would come back, but he never did. Ouch. Ouch. And that's effectively a core part of her personality because she dedicated so much of her time into doing that. So much so that she doesn't have time to create, social relationships with other people and other friends and do other sports and other club activities. Ouch. And she did all of that just to spend more time with her brother. Ouch. And then when that wasn't working, she started playing a video game instead because that's what he was interested in. Ouch. Ouch. And she became pretty good at the video game. All because she's chasing her brother. I mean, it's a bit clingy, but ouch. Poor thing. Technically, you win by reaching the maximum possible progression. I guess you can't beat it, but like you outlast, I guess. I'm going to edit this out and upload it on YouTube. Let's see if it gets DMCA'd. If you're watching this on YouTube, please, it's going to get taken down, so share it with your friends while you can. And don't bug me when it gets taken down. You know why. It's so sad. I just want to fucking share these videos and discussions with people on YouTube. And I get punished for it. What am I doing wrong? Probably nothing, but that's not the point. God. I'm just the guy that enjoys doing stuff in his room and laughing and discussing and has a fun time. And apparently me sharing this with the world is some sort of crime. Even though it's technically not. I hate corporations and I hate how YouTube is in bed with companies. I don't know, maybe if Japan's economy crashes and these companies basically go bankrupt, there'll be no one left to copyright claim my videos. So basically Japan blowing up economically might work to my advantage. I don't know, silver lining. I'll see you guys tomorrow at Ace Attorney. I'll see you guys on Discord in the meantime. How many of that thing you said you need to do for YouTube to give you that thing to help you? There isn't a number. Here's the best part. There isn't a number. There isn't a number. So this is on the Council of Kumas. And qualify for Content ID. Content ID eligibility is based on various criteria. This criteria includes whether the copyright owner's content can be claimed through Content ID and the demonstrated need. Copyright owners have to give evidence of the copyrighted content for which they control in exclusive rights, blah, 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 blah. It's not eligible for these areas, blah, 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 blah. So I basically apply, I fill out this whole form. Oh my God, it is so annoying. Anyway, so I get the response. Thank you for your interest in YouTube rights management tools. After reviewing takedown requests from your email and email addresses you provided, we don't find a sufficient history of valid takedown requests to grant you a scale takedown tool. I am not requesting for a scale takedown tool. I am requesting for the ability to geo-lock my content so that it is not available in Japan. However, this is part of the scale takedown tool because it is a feature of it rather than a separate tool itself, meaning that unless I do enough DMCA copyright takedowns, they'll never give me one. So here's my request. Download some of my videos, upload them on YouTube. I will only do a DMCA once per channel so that I can create a history of DMCA takedowns. Pick a video of your choice, re-upload it on your YouTube channel if you have to create a YouTube channel, and just link it on Discord. I will DMCA it. You will only ever get one DMCA strike from me because I don't want to DMCA people. But apparently I can't geo-lock my content unless I do enough DMCA strikes. So please, download any video of your choice from my YouTube channel or my reaction channel. Pick a short one because it's not going to take you too long. Upload it on your channel or a fake channel or like a dump channel, whatever. Link it to me on Discord and I will DMCA strike it. That way I will have a list of videos which I DMCA strike down. I will only ever do this once. It takes 3 strikes to down a channel, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't upload that much, or you can just create like a burner channel with no videos and upload 1 video. Do this for me so I can hopefully get the copyright ID system so I can geo-lock my content so it's not available in Japan and Japanese companies can no longer see it and or claim it, and then I can upload more reaction videos without this DMCA bullshit. That is a legitimate request. It would probably take you 5 minutes. If you don't know how to download videos on YouTube, you can Google it, YouTube Video Downloader. There is also Internet Download Manager, which is a program letting you download videos on any browser. And there's also a bunch of other stuff. So like just download YouTube videos, download the shortest video on my YouTube channel and just paste the link of your uploaded video on Discord. I will DMCA it with my thanks. And yeah, you will probably get my real life information, including my full name, address of where I live, telephone number, and all these other things. My only request is that you don't dox me. Please don't. You already have some, Christian? Okay, I'll just DMCA one of them. Thank you guys. I will see you on Discord. I will see you at tomorrow's Ace Attorney stream. Please, do me a solid. Then I can hopefully upload reaction videos without getting them DMCA'd. Thank you.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.